Hi guys, so I just finished filming a garden tour on this windy day, and let me grab another bucket. I realized that it may be wise, since it's going to be storming, for me to go ahead and minimize my work for tomorrow. So I'm going to go take down some feed to the chickens. I'm gonna get a bucket. I'm just leaning through this window. Give me just 1 second. 5-gallon buckets love to be stuck together, don't they? But I thought I'd minimize my work and go take the chickens some food, and I could talk to you about that, tell you what all I do for them, kind of how that works for us. So mostly we have black Australorps. That's what most of my black chickens are. I ordered those a couple of years ago. They're going on 2 years old now. And then last year I had a broody mama and I let her set on some, and whenever they hatched, I took my broody mama and her little chicks, and I put them, I'm gonna put this in here, I put them inside in a brooder. Man, this wind is something else. They know there are treats coming. They all ran to the front. But I took them in, put them in a brooder, happened to go to Tractor Supply, and they had some sapphire chickens, which are a sex link, and they had some Easter eggers. All of them were supposed to be pullets. They did turn out to be pullets. And I grabbed those and I was like, I'm gonna see if I can graft them. And it took a little bit of time, but I did get them grafted, and that's worked out pretty well for us. She raised them out in the pen once they were a little bit bigger. Once they were attached to her, we just let her go with them. She raised them for me, and that's what I have. So I have 3 of those sapphire gems, 3 Easter eggers, and the rest are black Australorps. I have an order coming this year. You guys see this insane wind? Crazy. Now, one of the things that I do have here is, we'll talk about it inside. So one of the things that I do have, is some greens that came from the store. That there's like a head of lettuce down there that got a little bit away from us, and some tomatoes, and the back end of some strawberries. I'm gonna block this open. Woo! Wind. Wind. That's the name of the game in the spring. Especially where we're at, there's not really much to break the wind. So let's talk about what I feed my chickens outside of treats. So those things are treats. That's not their standard regular feed. What I have here, move my empty bag of stuff. I have some cracked corn and some scratch grains. Now, these are just for the chickens. I do not give corn or grains to, let me fix this. See what happened here? This is supposed to be up here. The wind is blowing very hard. Okay. So I don't give corn or grain to my goats. I only give them a goat feed. And my girls get alfalfa pellets. I'm going to be mixing their feed here soon. I've got to get started on that. I'm going to be breeding them next month. So I have those, cracked corn and grain. And then I have some all-natural 17% layer pellets. Now, what I do, because I don't always throw them corn on the ground, I have these storage bins, which have been great. So I have this one here with the layer pellets. And this one here, it's got mixed grain in it. And I think my scooper is probably in here. Don't y'all love my fancy scooper? But take some of this. A little bit of this. About half the amount. Some more. And then about half the amount again. Put it in this little bucket. Put my scooper up or I'll lose it. Lock everything up to keep rodents out. Which currently this is the only place that I don't have a rodent issue, which is surprising. Put this one back up. Lock that one back up. And then kind of reach in and mix it up for them, just like this. That piece of hay out. And I have a feeder that I made that I'll show you. So let's go. Once I walk back out, it's going to be over. The wind's going to get us. Hopefully it will calm down some. I think I was just watching the weather and they changed our outlook a little bit. They said that most of it is going to be an issue tomorrow afternoon instead of tonight, which means it's easier to keep an eye on. Storms are just kind of the name of the game in Arkansas. In our area of Arkansas anyways. Seems like they've gotten worse in recent years. Now, you guys know my rooster's been a butthead, but I'm not willing to get rid of him yet. He does a good job of warning my hens about possible trouble, so I haven't gotten rid of him. Not going to yet. I don't know if I will. I'm kind of a little bit attached to him. We'll see. Again, though, they're waiting kind of at the front of this little fence. Now, I have them in this covered area because we have a very serious hawk issue. It's not ideal. I would love to free range, but I wouldn't have any chickens if I did that. I do mow and throw that in there, and then I throw some straw or hay in there. I startled them. They were waiting on me, and I guess they got scared of the wagon. Chill out. I'm taking them this from their pen. This guy is gonna act like a jerk. That's who he is as a chicken. So, I'm gonna set you down while I do this. So I can have two hands. And you can see they're quite content. He's got his tomato. And we'll go. Now we'll go around the front and fill up this waterer and this feeder. Now on their water, I put, not all the time, but probably once a week or so, I put some apple cider vinegar in their water. And that helps to boost their immune system. You don't want to give them too much of it, but a little bit once a week, every other week or so will really help maintain your birds. Help keep them from getting any diseases. I'm gonna have to put this ladder up before these storms get bad. Let's see. Yep, their water is gross. They throw straw and stuff in this water. It gets so gross so fast. I'm just dumping this out. See all the wet straw flying out? Yep. Take a little bit of this water here. I'll just pour it in there. If you're gonna use the apple cider vinegar, there are different kinds, but you wanna get the one that says with the mother on it. That's the one that's gonna have all those good microbes in it. This won't be completely full, but they do have water outside as well. Just put a little splash in. And then for their feed, I made this bucket here. Let me actually grab their feed. But made this little bucket here. It's got a lid on it. And they can reach in, but they're not knocking all of it out. You can see they still have some. Looks the same. Just dump it in. Put the lid back on. And that's it. So what do you guys feed your chickens? Do you give them treats very often? Do you throw scratch on the ground daily? I do usually, but not always. So I always make sure that they have some mixed in with their feed. Do you use apple cider vinegar? Yeah, just leave me a comment below. And I'll see y'all next time.